shining like a light in the nighttime. Man, that's one of my jams right there. Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to New Stuff TV. I'm your host, Antoine. Let's sit down like real men and hash this out, Richardson, because today we're gonna be talking about the JBL BoomBox 2 versus the BoomBox 3 that's coming out probably 1 month and 2 days away from the posting of this video. So you've been seeing me do a lot of speakers, and I personally don't believe any one of these speakers is worth $500. Well, maybe with the exception of the Hyper Boom right here, this Logitech Hyper Boom. I hate that these Bluetooth speakers cost $500, and that's why I don't buy them at retail. I wait till I get them refurbished. Like I got this Sony XG500 for, I believe, $299 refurbished. Yeah, $299 refurbished. And then I got this BoomBox 2 at $379 refurbished. So I think that's a good price. $350, maybe $380, you know, for each one of these speakers. The Logitech is probably worth about $400 in my opinion, but it's still a $500 speaker. Now, with that being said, with the BoomBox 3 coming out, I believe it is going to be the first speaker that I would actually pay $500 for. But if you're in the market for one of these big ass, expensive ass Bluetooth speakers and you're into JBL because that's your brand, is it worth getting the BoomBox 2 right now with the release of the JBL BoomBox 3 coming out in like, 30 to 35 days or so? Some people would say yes because of the savings. Like I said, you get this one refurbed. Some places you still find this thing for $500, but I would not pay that if I were you. But you can get it on the cheap for about $380, and it's worth that. Okay, but is it worth not waiting for the BoomBox 3? Look, man, I looked up some specs. Okay, so before I get into the specs of the BoomBox 3, I want to talk about a couple of things. I believe that the best speaker on this table right now is this Logitech, not the Mega Boom, it's the Logitech Hyper Boom, okay? Oh man, I don't even know if they're interested in making another speaker. Logitech seems to have slowed down on their speakers, but this Hyper Boom right here kills these speakers in the sound quality department. Okay, any other department, whether it's looks, build quality, or whatever, it's all subjective. I think it's probably one of the two best built here between JBL and Logitech. But as far as sound quality, the way this thing is shaped and the way the drivers are positioned in the speaker, it sounds the best. It has the best clarity, best mid-range, and best boom. It is hyper boom, and it, in my opinion, it kind of, I ain't gonna say it destroys the BoomBox 2, but it definitely beats it. It absolutely destroys the Sony speaker, the XG500. In my opinion, the one that I would pick out of all of these would be this one, and this one would be number 2, the BoomBox 2 and the BoomBox 3. So for those of y'all who are wondering which one I think is better out of the 3, I go 1, 2, and 3. Now, because JBL makes speakers, it's what they do, okay? Their headphones are really good, but their speakers are where they shine at, man. I looked up some specs because I'm super excited about the JBL BoomBox 3, man, and it is going to destroy the game. It is going to be a speaker that I feel like I would actually pay $500 for. Yes, I'm gonna have it on the channel, but that price kills me though. But it's gonna be worth it. Here's why. Because they're doing an entirely new 3-way speaker system. So in all 3 of these speakers, you have 2 passive radiators, which is the little thing on the side or whatever that kind of just moves with the music. And then you have 2 mid-range speakers or dynamic range speakers or drivers, right? And then you'll have 2 tweeters, and that's in each one of these speakers. Like I said, this one has them positioned in a way that just really sounds fantastic, okay? But they all have a set of 4 speakers and 2 passive radiators. So that's a total of 6 things producing sound, okay? Now, JBL on the BoomBox 3, they're gonna be putting not only that in the system, but they're also gonna be throwing in an actual subwoofer. It's gonna be in the middle here, a subwoofer here, and then you got a driver right here, a dynamic driver right here, and then a tweeter on top of it. Oh man, on both sides. Oh man, I can't wait till that comes out. I can't wait to hear how that sounds, because it already sounds good. The clarity in this thing is all right, I like it, I really do. But man, to get that much more sound and clarity out of a speaker like this, because you know how I talk about the mesh kind of interfering with things. This mesh doesn't seem to interfere. This is the kind of mesh that you get on a speaker like for your house, you know, the little grill that comes on the house speakers. So this doesn't seem to interfere with clarity, but this mesh, this waterproofing stuff they've done to the speakers, it seems to interfere with the sound quality. But so they're having 1 subwoofer, 2 mid-range drivers, and 2 tweeters in the JBL BoomBox 3, and that's gonna actually obliterate this thing. So that means you're gonna get more bass, deeper bass, and they're claiming deeper bass than their other speakers, which they're talking about, this one and the BoomBox 1. And just more sound in general. It's gonna sound fantastic. I cannot wait. Now, here's some technology stuff that they're adding. They're adding 3. You can charge up to 3 devices. You're getting 24 hours worth of battery life out of it, but you can charge up to 3 devices out of this thing, or out of the BoomBox 3, whereas the BoomBox 2, I'm seeing 1 output right here. You got the power input, you got your 3.5 millimeter, you got micro USB, oh God. And then you got the, oh, that's for service, I guess. And yeah, and then you got your charge output, which is just only gonna handle 1 device. So this thing is actually gonna be able to charge 3 devices at the same time. So that's actually pretty epic to share that 24 hours of battery life with, you know, 3 other devices, whether you got 3 friends and all 3 of y'all are on low, you know what I'm saying? You can share that energy with them. No speaker really does that except for, I saw, wait a minute, hold up. Yeah, it's this one right here. It's the Sony XG500. You can charge up to 2 devices on that one, but JBL's gonna be doing it with 3 with the BoomBox 3. Now, the last thing I wanted to talk about is something that's actually gonna be pretty epic. So they're using Bluetooth 5.3 versus Bluetooth 5.1, I believe that's in here right now, which for some people that's no big deal and you don't care, but that's gonna allow you to connect the JBL BoomBox 3 to 2 other devices and switch back and forth. So you and me could be hanging out right at my pool in the back, and then we got the JBL BoomBox 3 sitting there. You can have some music on your phone, right? You can play your favorite song, and then I can just play mine back to back, and we can both be DJing the party at the same time. If that ain't epic, I don't know what is. So those are the things that really stand out to me. As far as aesthetics, I do believe it is the best JBL speaker, best looking JBL BoomBox they've come out with. I actually really like the aesthetics. This one looks great, it really does, but this right here, in comparison to their newer updated speakers, this right here just looks so boring and plain. I really like that new fun, bold JBL logo on the front. I love the aesthetics of it. Some people don't like the handle. As far as the handle, for all 3 of these speakers, the handles are great, okay? This one has the neoprene handle on the Hyper Boom. I like it. You know, you can carry the speaker that way. But these things are heavy, right? All of them, I don't know which one weighs the most. Good God, they are all heavy. But why can't they just integrate the strap? Why can't they put 2 buckles here? They did it on the Charge, not the Charge, but the Extreme speakers. Why can't they just put that here and integrate? I mean, you're paying $500, you know what I'm saying? Why can't they just throw in the strap? They make really nice straps that really go with the speaker's aesthetics very well. Why can't they just put 2 buckles right there, or shackles for your shoulder strap? Because as I was carrying these things in here, I really wish that, like I had one in one hand, one in the other. I really wish that at least one of these 2 right here could have had a shoulder strap. Why can't they put a strap on a doggone $500 speaker along with a handle? But I've digressed. Going back to, is it worth buying the JBL BoomBox 2 right now when you know the BoomBox 3 is coming out in 30 days? Well, that's really up to you. You can save probably $100 to $150 on this one if you make that purchase right. And you got yourself a great speaker that's gonna stand the test of time. You're gonna have it for a long time and it's gonna sound fantastic. They're probably still gonna be updating and stuff if it needs it. So you're good, right? But you get the new stuff, you know what I'm saying? You get that extra subwoofer in there, you get the new Bluetooth version. Oh man, what else did I say? You can charge your phones up, all 3 of them. What else? Oh, and so this one is IPX7 certified, so you can splash it in water up to 3 meters. Is it 3 meters? I don't know, it's something like that. But the new one is IP67. So they saying, yeah, you can dunk that bad boy and it'll, you know, you can splash it and you won't get any ingress of water. So the weatherproofing is still about the same, I guess you would say, but I don't know. For me, I think it's worth the wait. I would rather pay the full $500 price tag because I feel like it's a $500 speaker. Somebody has finally made a $500 speaker. And that's just my opinion because I don't think any of these are worth $500. This one's pushing it. The HyperBoom is pushing what I would feel comfortable spending $500 with. I would spend about $450 for this thing retail. Is that how much it costs? I think it's $499, but I would spend about $450 for this thing. This one right here, in my eyes, $350, $380, same here, $350, $380 for the Sony XG500. So what does that make me feel about the Extreme 3? I never thought that speaker was worth $379. That is a $200 speaker at best. It is a great speaker, but it is a $200 speaker at best. I think all of the speakers from these companies are overrated by about $100 each. So call it what you want to. Look, man, I just wanted to have the conversation with you because I'm really excited about the BoomBox 3 coming out. I cannot wait to get my hands on that thing and let it massage my ear holes, you know, with that great sound that's coming out of there. Look, man, y'all can fight in the comment section if you want to about this. Y'all can yell at me if you want to. I really don't give a damn because I'm getting out of here. That means you got to go too. But before I see y'all again, y'all make sure y'all keep being good to each other, and I see you when I see you.